Okay. So you are. There we go. In the dungeons. Zephyr has been in and out and in and out of some underground crypt with Etherdwy. You rolled a rocking horse from your robe of many things into the teleport trap, teleported that into the into the cavern full of what they used to have ghouls in it that's no longer got ghouls in it. And Etherdwy and Zephyr are back. So you are sort of in the bottom, I guess, right-hand corner of the catacombs. I think trying to decide whether...
Did I put the horse in there?
Pardon?
Why did I... Was it a swap?
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I was just like, what was I doing with that? What was the plan?
A body swap.
Well, a horse, horse is always a really good thing to...
Absolutely.
You gotta sacrifice something for a horse.
You put it, you put it into the teleport trap and swapped the horse for Zephyr and Etherdwy. And down here you can see a sort of portcullis and what appears to be a tomb to the south of said portcullis.
Are we trying to be stealthy, or have we admitted there is no hope in life?
Oh, I'd forgotten that. You're all going to die.
When he's 3/4 of the way through casting a 4th level thunderwave to just blow the thing in and then just... Never mind.
Alright, what do I have to offer in this situation?
Well, to unlock a door, I think that's... Can I investigate?
Mm-hmm. You can.
24.
You don't think that this is locked. You just think this is heavy. So you can see on the far side of this chamber what appears to be a lever. Mm-hmm. So you think that this is a straightforward portcullis. There doesn't appear to be a lock on it. You think that you would open it using the lever that is inside this chamber.
Can I misty step inside?
You misty steps, Rooster?
Mm-hmm. As long as you can see it. I'd like to ready an action to also misty step inside in case something happens.
Okay.
Antoinette, because I've never used Misty Step before for some reason. Antoinette's Misty Step looks like her becoming like a tiny miniature Antoinette. So she goes, yoop, yoop, and then grows up into a big Antoinette again. Tiny little Antoinette doll.
Like
Big
Ant-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Tiny Antoinette, big Antoinette. As you misty step onto the other side of this portcullis, which you do with no particular problems, you see a number of things. You see you see what appears to be a sort of obsidian or black marble dais on which is placed a black wooden coffin sarcophagus with these sort of brass fittings sort of on this central dais. You see 3 alcoves down here towards the bottom, and you see a suit of armour stood in the corner.
You know exactly what Antoinette's going to do. Antoinette's going to do what Antoinette always
Oh, the lever!
And the
Don't make friends with the statue.
the lever is down here on this
Oh, no.
on the far side of this chamber.
All right.
Certain death.
I have 35 feet of movement.
Yep.
Can I dash over and
Yeah, do it.
You're going to shake the
Well,
hand.
Yeah, you
Help
can.
me, any help.
You can get there in sort of 25 feet, so you can just get there.
I've got 35 feet.
So you can
I've
get
got
there.
my little wheels on.
As you move past that
Can
coffin.
I move the other way? Can
Oh,
I
you want to move the other
Can
way?
I just move that way?
Okay.
Yeah.
As you move the other way,
Same thing.
Well, yeah.
the floor starts to crack, and up from the floor,
Love the misdirect. That's so funny.
come three sort of vampiric sort of that appear to be underneath the floor here.
I'd
Yep.
like to use my help action.
Okay.
Pardon?
I'll use my help action.
You're going in as well?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay. So you can try and get past
Do
them.
they seem hostile?
They don't look
Can I make an
desperately.
insight check?
You can make an insight check if you want to, Antoinette.
If I need to, I've got
That's not bad. That's not.
The sort of vampire spawn you've met to date have not been of the friendly variety.
I was fearing you'd say that.
Yeah.
I think the sun sword can be piercing.
I'm tempted to drop a 5th level spell here.
Yeah.
No, it's level 1 of the dungeon.
Yeah. So I'm on my own. It's codes in history.
I'm gonna say, "Hi there, I'm Antoinette," and then wed them.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Is right?
I'll put everybody in.
I don't think they're gonna be very friendly.
You just haven't done that. No.
And I'd like to appear right next to the three of them.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Oh, man, it's
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, man, it's
Wasted on
very
an
slow.
initiative.
Just move some stuff that
Before we enter it,
isn't actually
You've got
here.
the surprise rolls, I think.
before entering
Mm-hmm.
apparent initiative, could I do something, please?
Yeah.
Can I coat 2 of my just regular daggers in the potion of belladonna?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. I love it.
Okay. Let me just roll everybody. It's fine. Sorry, it's rolling your initiative. So, Quinny.
Natural 20. Are we still doing the extra?
Yes,
Awesome.
there you go.
Natural 20. Obviously.
Zephyr.
So actually,
7.
Etherdwing.
Um, 28.
Antoinette.
13.
Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay, so Quinny gets around ahead. Where are you teleporting where are you Misty stepping next to?
I'll go right behind the middle one, so between
Yep.
the wall, please.
Yep, okay.
Suit of armor to the left.
It is a suit of armour to the left, yep.
One described earlier.
Yep. So, Quinny, you get to go first.
Excellent. 1 second to check how spell works. Moonbeam, 5-foot radius. Does that mean I can get 2 of them, or is it just 1?
One.
Cool. Roll that then.
Radius, wouldn't it be?
Oh, radius,
Plus
no,
five.
it'll get 10.
sorry,
Yeah.
Not diameter.
Yeah.
2.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, you're right, sorry.
And sorry, just out of game, remind me, are we trying to sneak in here? Are we being stealthy?
Obviously not.
I don't think so.
I think it is still a hotly debated topic.
Yeah, really, we should know if we're being stealthy or not.
Yes.
Most of my spells are lightning, is what I ask.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, I don't think we need to be completely actually rolling for stealth and trying to be
Yeah.
as quiet as possible. But let's not try to draw as much attention as we
Let's
can.
not bring the whole castle.
alright, I'll save the thunder waves for.
Like we can, I don't mind a few people in the tomb getting attracted, but I don't think we
Yeah.
want to attract
Let's
stride.
do
So,
nicely.
like I don't want to do the stride battles yet.
Yeah, true.
Now let's do it. We're ready.
It'll be tough.
That's just all of his damage going straight to the heart.
Oh, I love bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, man, I can see suits of armor.
Quinny, what would you like to do?
I am going to. I'll do Moonbeam, I think.
Okay.
I didn't know I was going to go first. I never roll that well in initiative.
I rolled bang on
So
average.
probably a little better.
Okay. And where do you want to send your moonbeam?
Centered on the middle one. That doesn't work. I'll do the top two.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find your moonbeam.
I
It's
don't
'cause-
have it. It's from one of my bonus things. I think it was from the.
So it's 5 foot. That's why I can't find it. That's fine. 5 foot radius. There you go.
Awesome. Oh, does that get the 3 of them?
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Let me just make it. Oh, that's a pretty horrible colour. There we go.
And that's a con save from you, please.
Con save. You can do that.
And if they're shapeshifted, they don't shapeshift
They are not shapeshifted. So that's a 14
Lovely. Fail.
going from the top. An 8.
Fail.
So the middle one is failed. And a nat 1.
Incredible. They all take 11 damage. Of the radiant variety.
Yep. Anything else?
That's my first turn.
Yep.
Can I get a second one?
When you get to your point in the order. So that's the beginning of your turn. So Ethard, where you're up.
Is the lever being pulled?
Nope.
So I can't get through.
Not at the moment. The portcullis is still down.
Oh.
Yeah, because the lever's down here.
Oh, so I thought you got that with mage. Am I
No.
hallucinating that? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep, you're hallucinating that.
Can I see any of these
I
creatures?
missed a step.
From where you are, you can see the corner of this one and these two.
Can
And in
I,
that case, could I
shoot?
Like, can do Moonbeam at the distance.
You wouldn't have been. Well, you could get there.
Actually.
You come down here and move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's not do that.
Sorry, I thought that was already open.
No,
can I shoot through the portcullis? Or
it's all right. I think Quiddy's going to move over there. Yep. So you'd come down this side and
Yeah.
then over there and then moonbeam from there. That's fine. Portcullis is open.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so they don't need reaction.
I'll move in front of one of them, middle one. I feel I'll go next to. Who is that one?
Antoinette.
Antoinette. The tokens of Dane, so they look different. So
Been a while.
it's been a while. And I'll attack with my clean tongue short sword.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice.
Crit fail.
Oh.
That's
You
nice.
roll crit fails.
Oh, lucky.
Marvelous. That's a 20, 30, 20.
That hits.
That was good that it was a 1. Not a 2.
Is there no flanking there? Yeah.
10 and oh yes, I get to do that's 10 normal damage and then
Yep.
sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 is pretty fine. Thank you.
lot of dice.
It was at least one.
25.
Cool.
That damage I did with the flame short sword was fire damage as
Yep.
well?
Excellent.
Oh, 2d, sorry, I give enough. It's 1d6 plus 5 damage plus 2d6 fire damage. So I haven't done the fire damage, I apologise.
Okay.
So that was just regular damage that I've done so far.
Yep.
Plus another 11 fire damage.
Okay.
Apologise about that.
That's a lot
Still
of
getting familiar with things after.
Okay. It's their go.
Uh-oh.
You see them starting to knit themselves back together.
Even after radiant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What kind of vampires are these?
Fire. We're in trouble.
This goes against everything I've been told about vampires.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They're healing.
they're healing even after radiant and fire.
Maybe there's something in the room that's healing.
Oh, no.
I mean, maybe there's something in the room that's healing them.
Okay. So the one at the top attacks Antoinette.
Can you not?
No, it absolutely can. Apart from it misses, I think, with a 13.
Yep. I once again, like, it goes to my arm and I just take the arm off. And it misses.
And then 15 on its second attack.
Misses.
It hisses a lot.
That's very rude.
It moves up out of the moonbeam, but stays within your range. This one attacks Etherdwy. Which is a 10, so I would think that's missed. I don't think I've rolled over a 4 yet, just so you know. Does a 16 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably. No, 17.
Excellent.
Oh.
And this one moves over here and attacks Quinny.
Extra rude.
Uh, 21 to hit.
Meat speaks. No one can touch me with my internal shit. Oh god!
It misses with its second attack. But it hits one. Come on. Hallelujah.
You instantly paralyzed for 7 rounds and die.
You
It's actually a
take
banshee.
7 piercing and 8 necrotic.
7 is
And your hit point maximum is reduced by 8.
Oh, God.
8 necrotic.
And that lasts until long rest. The hit point reduction.
Oh god.
The maximum hit point reduction, so you can heal, but your maximum hit points go down by 8 until you
Yucky.
doesn't reset until a long rest. Okay, Quinny, you're up.
Ooh, 17.
That should be okay.
7, yep, that one works. Alright, I would like to.
It's the armor, and then Antoinette, then Malachi, then Zephyr.
The armor has an action.
Yes.
Yucky.
Wait, did I? It wasn't just a distraction.
No.
Because you made it to me.
No, it goes before you. After Quinny.
Maybe it's friendly.
Maybe.
You'll find out when Antoinette's dead body hits the ground.
Oh my god.
Quinny.
Sorry.
You alright?
Haven't looked at the character sheet in 2 months, it feels like. I will just go with Word of Radiance. Give me a charisma save. Sorry, con save.
Who? Which one? The one
The
next to
in
you?
melee range.
Con save. 16.
10 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to. I don't have any wild traits.
Wait, you're out of wild shape?
No, sorry, I've only got 2 wild traits. Can I move moonbeam as a bonus action?
Bonus action, I'm pretty sure.
Blah, 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 blah. Until the spell ends. You can take a magic action later to move the cylinder 60 feet. Cool. That's me.
Okay. This suit of armor starts. The eyes glow
No.
bright red, and it moves to there.
Oh god. It's looking now like it.
In fact, it's going to come
That's
down
very
here,
rude.
and it's going to attack Antoinette.
Oh, okay.
That's very rude.
Yeah. That's incredibly rude.
With a 13.
To try!
Okay.
Misses.
And second attack.
Oh.
God, that's what
It
to
has
do.
2 attacks.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this coming. Hope that I hit 2 here.
Yeah, ambidextrous attack.
He gets like 8 or something.
And again misses 13.
Just
And it just, so it's got this huge, great black long sword, and it's now just standing there. Antoinette, you'll go.
Would I be able to do some sort of magical action on Strahd's coffin?
Uh-huh.
Does it appear to be warded against magic?
You can roll perception, maybe, or arcana.
I'll take perception.
Yep.
That's an 18.
You can't immediately identify. You can't see any runes around this coffin. You can't see any engraving. You can't see anything that looks particularly warded.
Cool. Give me 2 seconds to look something up. I wanna
Malachi, you're on
cast-
deck.
I want to
And then Zephyr.
fabricate on the coffin, and I'd like to turn it not into a coffin.
Okay.
120 feet. So
Yeah.
I'm going to use from my staff.
Yeah.
What do you think the funniest thing to turn Strahd's coffin into would be?
A giant wooden stake.
Well, Bartek-
A giant steak
He
is
could,
good.
yeah, giant steak.
I'm
Or
getting.
just a bunch of steaks.
You
Or
don't.
just-
You don't need to listen to
Or
me.
just arena. Just a statue of arena.
No, he'd probably like that.
He'd
Yeah,
probably
he would.
like that, yeah.
A gem. Like a black gem.
I think I'm going to go with a giant steak.
Okay.
A Strahd statue with a stake through its heart, I think. I think that's it.
Medium rare sort of thing.
Nice.
What about that dragon?
Argynvost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like stuff.
I like- yeah. He's in a dramatic, like, Pieta type pose like this, and there's a stake through his heart.
Excellent. So you cast Fabricate on Strahd's coffin, and this giant figure of Strahd von Zarovich, as last seen at dinner, appears in the centre of this chamber with a giant wooden stake through its heart.
There's no coffin?
It appears to be a giant statue of Strahd with a stake through its heart.
And I'll say, see here, Strahd is dead! We're here to liberate you! And then I'll turn to the Death Knight. Are you sure you want to fight us?
Or that you feel these red eyes just boring into you, and it just sort of hefts. It's this great sword.
Okay! And then I'm going to push, using a bonus action, telekinetic shove the statue off the platform and try and smash it on the ground.
Love. You should push it on the knife.
Oh yeah, that's even better. Yes. Onto the statue.
Okay, so you're going to try and push from behind it to topple it over.
From this side here,
Yep.
and push it onto that statue.
So this is where your statue is right now. So this is your coffin. So
Yep.
this is now the big statue.
Yes.
Where are you trying to push it?
This way.
That way, over this guy,
Yep.
or that's the knight. Who are you trying to crush?
Well, would it be able to reach the knight up top?
Well, you've now got a giant big thing stood in the middle of this room, so that's why I'm asking which way you want to try and...
Let's do that then.
Which way are you going? That way? Or that way?
Suit of armor or
Suit of armor, why not? Because that would probably be better for smashing.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I'll make a strength.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh! Sorry. Oh! That's a 24.
Okay. This giant statue, wooden statue of Strahd, comes hurtling.
Stone.
Pardon?
I thought it was stone. Never mind.
No, the coffin was made of wood. The dais on which the coffin stands is made of black marble. The coffin's made of wood. This wooden statue of Strahd falls towards this Death Knight. Roll 4d6.
Ooh, nice. Could I have two of my d6s back? Um, 10, 13, 14.
Okay. So you see this thing crash into this armour. It has taken 14 bludgeoning damage and is prone.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Okay, Malachi. Unless
Sorry
you've got anything else?
Sorry for doing random bullshit. That's my
No,
turn.
bullshit is
No,
good.
bullshit is good.
Although,
Since when's random bullshit been banned? Like,
No, that's not-
like when did that happen? Nobody told me.
Yes.
no.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to run right next to where the knight and the statue on top of him is,
Yep.
and cast burning hands on both.
Okay. There we go.
So, do they just? Would it just automatically fail the deck save under the coffin?
Disadvantage when it's prone.
So,
That's the first crit of the game and a 4. So 4 for a 5 on the deck save. That's upset me. That's the first good roll.
So that's 13 fire damage.
That doesn't appear to do anything to it at all.
Does it do anything to the statue?
So the statue starts to smoulder. That's not true. It does. It's not that it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do as much to this armor as you thought it should do. The statue, which is made of wood, starts to smoulder, but you'd have to do significantly more damage. It's a giant statue for it to actually catch fire.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Would you allow me an investigation check with the, or like a history check or something to understand what these vampires might be for the bonus action?
Yeah, either history or religion.
Yeah, actually, religion as well. Oops. Oh, I should have the 4 roll. That will be a 16.
You think that these are very much the same kind of vampire spawn as Doru, and you wonder whether these are all the young people of Barovia that assaulted Strahd's castle the last time Ravenloft got assaulted. So Doru made it back home and then got locked in the cellar of the church. But that was the last time there was an assault on Castle Ravenloft. Do you think that these are probably other Dorus?
Were you able to get through to Doru at all?
No, we'll kill it.
Yeah, you
Well,
killed
you
him.
did get through him. There wasn't really much damage.
Zephyr, you're up.
Alright.
Ethard, we are on deck. You're wandering in.
No, I missed every single attack on him, and then like the priest did the same move that I
And
did.
then, I forget exactly what it's called. It's my
my
scarf.
God, it's the same.
And then you killed the priest.
Sorry.
No,
No, it's the other stuff. It's the stuff that looks like a hand. It's beautiful. Staff of Withering. It's got like a gold hand on top now. I got that recently.
You did.
Because I like using his hands, I'm just gonna like, you know, this dude's prone, so
Yep.
I'm just gonna like whack him in the face with the hand,
Yeah, with the withery hand.
with the withery hand.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to wither him. I'm just waiting for the face. Does a I believe it's a 21 hit? Let me verify that. No, sorry, it's a 17.
Misses. Are you attacking with advantage because it's prone?
Oh, yes, of course. Okay. Does a 19?
No.
None of my attacks hit. I'm just like whacking this thing and nothing's happening. As my bonus action, I will arms out.
Yep.
That is a save. And remember exactly what the save is. It is a DC 17 dex save.
3.
That fails.
Yep.
Which means
It does indeed.
It will take 11 force damage.
Okay.
And I will also body and visage as well. My visage will just be actual sight. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Etherdway.
Okay, I'm going to attack the one at the bottom.
Yep.
With my flaming sword.
Okay.
I think it's a high AC. I guess it is high.
That's what I think it is. It is a very high AC.
That's 19.
Hits.
Right, so first thing I do is so that's 10 normal damage,
Mm-hmm.
8 fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
and 21 sneak attack damage.
It's not bad.
Okay.
So that's like that.
Okay. Their turn. What was that?
No.
It is. It's their
No,
turn.
thanks. I'll pass, thanks.
I'd like to elect for them to pass.
So the one immediately next to you, Antoinette, is going to try to bite. That's a crit for a 26.
Just hypothetically, what is it biting for? I'm made of wood.
Well, so's the giant straw next to you. So that's 30 in total, of which 15 is piercing and 15 is necrotic. And the necrotic comes off your maximum hit points.
So
So
15
15
off
off your maximum and 30 total.
No, that's not right. I just exactly the same mistake. No, because we're up 11. So you had 11.
Oh, I'm only down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Sorry.
Confusing. And then 15.
The other one is going to attack Etherdwe
And you. I don't use 15 beyond enough to.
with a miss on its first attack with a 2. Seriously. Like, can... Oh, for fuck's sake. And a crit fail on its second attack. And the third one goes for Quinny.
Rude.
Mm-hmm.
Very rude.
With a 17
Miss.
and a 25.
That'll hit.
For 15 total damage, of which 11 is necrotic. 4 piercing.
Yikes.
Quinny, you're up.
Hang on, just going to do a check.
You're
So
right.
15 total damage.
Yes.
Cool. 10. That's the con save. Right. One of these in Moonbeam. As I'm looking up top, is anyone low on health or looking rough at all?
Not particularly.
Alright, cool.
But I do have a plan if ever we can get out of the room.
Just do it again. Yeah.
Do you think we've destroyed the coffin enough to...
No, but I was this with that.
I would like to
Yep.
move the movie onto this thing in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
For me, at least.
But no, but that's not what I was doing.
It's fine.
Because we could get out.
And then
just
I'll
like
take a
sit
step.
there
I'll
and
take a
cover
step
the whole set
north, so
so
that
nothing
I'm
can get
more
out.
towards the exit, but not leaving its range.
Yep.
Sit there. Just let it.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. Also, Chris. And that's all I can do.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just opening all those. That's better. The armor stands up from prone. Stands up from prone and launches an attack on Malachi with a 19 to hit.
Misses.
Nice. And then $20 to hit Quinny with a shocking bolt from over there, the armor.
20 misses. Also, that one near me needs to save for the thing we can do.
Yeah, I'll save for the moonbeam. Con, isn't it? So you see 20.
Cool. Uh, 8 damage.
Yep. Awesome. Antoinette. Then Malachi, then Zephyr.
Would I be able to make a check of some kind to see if this Revenant-y Death Knight thing
Yep.
matches the description of any of the previous kings, like the Hellborn?
Yep.
Or...
History?
That's going to be forward.
You're not sure. It's very difficult to see if this looks like a king. It looks like a suit of armor. Its helm is shut. So it doesn't match any particular description that you can work out at the moment.
Cool.
You can have that as a free action.
Nice. As my action, I'm also going to use... I'll use my telekinetic shove first to try and shove it back. If
Okay.
that's possible.
Yep.
So that it makes a save.
Strength?
So that would be a DC 17.
10.
Oh, fails.
Yeah.
Let's push it 10 feet back, kind of left of Zephyr.
So that way?
Cool. And then I'm going to hit it with heat metal.
Go for it.
Because it's metal.
It is metal. That is true.
So it's going to take... It doesn't take a save from that, I don't think, does it?
Heat metal is a save to keep holding onto the object, I think.
Yeah, but it is metal, so I assume...
It can't exactly choose.
Can't exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll the damage
No,
for
just
it.
roll the damage. It can't escape
It is
itself.
metal.
And that's just from the hammer as well.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know, 12 fire damage.
Sweet. Okay. Malachi. Unless you've got anything else?
No.
Malachi. It's a
turn on
construct.
there.
Okay.
Oh, wait, some actions.
I think it's 30.
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, I think it's 30. So that should get all of them, shouldn't it? Or do I need to move a bit further forward?
I think that might be it.
I think you probably got all of them.
5, 10, 15, yeah, that's right.
It's 30 foot, isn't it?
Just so you're aware. That
There you go. So You get all of them.
Sweet. Then they will make
The
a-
armor's going to have disadvantage on attacks and saves.
Yep.
Sorry, ability checks and saves. Just because it can't drop.
It's wisdom.
Yeah.
So this one crits for 23.
Okay, that's a pass.
Uh, 15
That's a fail.
from this one. And 13 from the other one.
That's also a fail.
The other one is in Moonbeam, so it will take damage as soon as it gets to its turn.
Okay, yeah, well.
Only when it ends. Only if it ends its turn in the moving.
That's true. Sorry. You
I don't
are
think
right.
you can get further away from me though.
Yeah, tunnel spoil or something.
I think that's a little, isn't it?
I've got a little tunnel.
There's 3 alcoves down the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Oops, run down there.
Awesome.
No, alcoves. Can't
Mhm.
move into them. Alcoves like recesses in the walls.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Like alcoves, like where you'd like put a pot. Or a bust, maybe.
Are there busts?
Not that you can see.
Busty the second.
Do we need another? Do you really need
My turn.
another thing?
Yeah.
Zephyr's turn.
Sorry, I thought you said 20.
Sorry.
I'll drop the thing on my turn. It's not doing much anyway.
Now, Zephyr's stopped fucking around.
Okay.
As
long as we're clear on that. Yep.
Is a crit.
On the night?
Oh no, actually, I'm gonna use my arms. I'm gonna use my arms. Yeah, on the knife.
Yep.
Just, so that is a 30 to hit.
Hits.
That's a Pathfinder
And
crit.
that is. Uh, 19. Doubled, right? It's crit.
No,
Mhm.
2 max. Max the dice plus whatever you roll.
Oh, so it'd be 19 plus 10, 26. So 19 plus 26 is 35.
45.
45.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 45. Yeah, damn. That's
That's a lot
correct.
of damage.
That's a lot of damage. It's the first slap.
Yep.
Second
Looks
slap,
sore.
is only a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Third one is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
That is 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth one is 15 to hit. which is-
Misses.
And the last one hits with 26.
Yep.
And it's another 11.
It is still up, but it looks really, really ragged and hot.
Was that all 4 damage?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wounded as a piece of metal.
And you missed with like 3 of them.
Oh, there's bits
Yeah,
of
but
bits of
the
plate
crit
falling
would
off
point
it,
in
and
damage.
as it, and
But
you know,
everyone
it's
has
it's
the
glowing
crit
as
Like
the
fresh
as it heats up. Yeah.
So like, so when it crit on the
Okay. Anything else? You done?
No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay,
I
Ethelwee.
just steered it a little bit.
This one that I'm facing just here.
Yep.
how's it looking?
This one.
Hmm.
That one is turned, but it looks okay.
What about the one up here next to?
They look about the same, but the one at the top isn't turned.
Well, that makes my decision easier. I'll attack that one then.
Okay.
With my flame short sword.
Yep.
Is that equal?
No. It'd have to be right the way around the other side.
There's 2 right there.
That misses.
Obviously.
It'd have to be opposite with Antoinette, but you get an attack.
I will. Could I have a second attack? Because I've got. Or is that only if you get a second attack? No, No, that's it. That's all I can do.
You can attack on a bonus action, can't you?
2024 rules, you can attack between light.
Oh god, yeah, okay. Yeah. There are
Otherwise,
bits that I just get really I'm just like
I kind of like it. I think it gives all of the marshals something to do with their bonus.
Yeah.
I just wish it was a new edition, so I didn't have to go. Hang on, is that old or new rules? Or...
Well, actually, I'll use my bonus action to down a potion.
okay. Very sensible.
This too is killing
Okay.
me.
So on this one's turn, it is going to
Run away.
run away, which it does,
It went
and
into the alcove.
it vanishes.
Interesting. Maybe they're always out through the alcove.
Coming back with resources with respawn now.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh god, what have I
They've gone
done?
straight to Strahd.
Yeah, that's just shit.
This one is going to try and bite Etherdwy. 23 to hit. So that's 11 damage, 6 of which is necrotic, so maximum hit points down by 6, 11 damage in total.
Yep. You want to go into the alcoves and see where they
And
go.
25 on its second attack.
Also a hit.
For 14 total damage, and of which 7 comes off your maximum as well. Okay, and this other one also bolts because it is turned. So they have both gone. Quinny.
How's this whole night's looking really rough?
Yeah, really rough.
How about the other vampire?
Not quite bloodied.
Alright, cool. Moonbeam onto the vampire, but not onto anyone else.
Yep,
I can take it.
there you go.
That's my turn.
No,
Oh, it makes no bonus action.
Con.
It makes con.
Uh, 14.
14 fail, so 13 radiant damage.
Excellent. Okay. Now it looks bloodied. The armor, which is nearly dead, is going to just try and wail on Zephyr because he's for a nat 1 on its first attack and a 23 on its second.
They had.
Thanks for that.
Well, don't say that, just.
That's all right.
I can use my read.
Yeah, no, I know. And that is 19 damage, of which 13 is slashing and 6 is
I'm going to
lightning.
negate. Hang on. It's a D. How much is it? It's a D.
Mm.
I'm going to deflect 24 damage.
Sweet.
Which means I can redirect the attack.
Yep.
And that is, it's a Dex 17 save.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it takes.
19.
It passes.
Yep.
So it doesn't take any damage. But that's alright.
Which is lucky, otherwise it would have died, I think, from its
It would have
own
been quite good. It's
of
like
its own
Nope.
attack.
Darth Vader casting like
Antoinette.
thing over that
Um,
just hits him and it's
You
like,
won't
oh, no,
believe,
this is
I just
cool.
pre-rolled for 3 Eldritch Blasts against him.
Go for it.
2 of those are nat 20s, one
Yep.
is a 9, so
It
that'll
is-
be 20 damage just from that.
Please describe how you'd like to obliterate the remaining. Turn the light out in the eyes
Well,
of this armor.
Can I?
You can.
Can I use my heat metal bonus action first on it?
Yes,
to see
you
if I
can.
obliterate it that way.
Yes, you absolutely can.
That's only 5 fire damage.
You take it out with
Oh.
your heat metal. As all of those cracks where Zephyr's
Wood
been.
is better.
Which is better. It's sort of remaining plates of metal armor just sort of melt away, and this thing just sort of collapses to the ground. So it is down.
Cool. I guess I'll hit the one in front of me then.
Yep.
With those wonderful crits, though I would be rolling with disadvantage because it's so close. So I guess I've got to roll those 2 again.
That's rough.
That's
Or
really
put one,
You rolled
2
20s.
crits.
Surely
So
that
one's a
counts as
crit.
Okay, one's a crit, and then I'll roll these 2 again.
Just roll your second attack. Yeah.
Yes, so that's another nat 20, but it was a bit cocked. So it's going to be a 9 and a 16 to hit. Plus mine.
So the crit hits.
So
6
26 and a 19.
hits.
Okay, cool. The crit will do 10 plus 10, so 20 damage.
Nice.
And then 7 damage. And then 7 damage. So, is it 34?
Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
How do you 10 to your Eldritch Blast damage? That's fantastic.
Pardon?
How do you add 10 to your Eldritch Blast damage? That's so good.
Oh, because brutal criticals. 10 plus
nice.
10, yeah.
That's so good.
Proper criticals.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't add anything.
Malachi.
Okay, so this vampire's still alive. How
Yes.
bad is it looking?
Hurt.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
Is that statue that's collapsed in front
Yep.
of us still kind of standing up on the off the ground a little bit?
Nah, it's pretty much on the ground. There's sort of Strahd face down with a giant stake
In the
sticking
dirt.
out of its
As it
bed.
should be.
I basically want to just try to get on top of it and
Go for
push
it.
myself off and try to stab this guy.
Nice.
with
Over the top of
sword.
Antoinette.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very small.
It's not
Like,
Just don't roll in that one on this maneuver.
Very fun.
I will use my luck. Feet. So I will
thank
not-
God.
That's insane.
Da-da-da!
The Antoinette killed by the sun sword.
How's that for a fire go?
Okay, so that is
It's not fire.
that's a 15 to hit.
Fucking sun. It's definitely fire.
It's radiant.
Hits.
Oh,
Hits. Nice. Okay, so that is. So that's 19 radiant damage.
And that one burns up.
Sweet. Sun Sword! First victory.
Okay.
Very cool.
First of many vampires to be killed by the Sun Sword. Maybe just two. I don't know.
Can I-
Final battle.
Can I move Sunbeam onto this statue just to see if it
You
burns
don't
it?
use it in anger.
Yeah, the moonbeam. Yeah.
Yeah, moved it, so.
Sort of sitting around here. Put it around there.
That's what I've got. I've still got it up for,
Yeah.
30 seconds. or so.
It sort of seems to smoulder slightly.
That's satisfying.
It's quite nice. It's sort of ashy.
Pull out a little stick and a nosh.
Can I cut the head off it?
Yep, you can do what you like to this.
I'd
to
like
this.
to make a religion check to see if I know what we need to do to actually have this
I'd like to keep the
be
head.
effectively destroyed, I guess. That's not a very good roll. 14.
You don't think it looks like a crypt anymore. Your understanding is that should Strahd sort of get reduced down to needing to vanish, he would return to his sarcophagus in order to heal and regenerate. You are unclear how he would heal and regenerate inside this smouldering statue of him with a giant stake through his heart.
That's satisfying.
Yeah. Works for me.
Can I cut the head off?
Feel free.
And then
Feel free, Antoinette.
I would.
What else would you like to do to this poor thing?
Can I
I'll just
stand?
leave.
I wanna stand it upright.
Yes,
Take the head off
Yes.
and put the Abbot of Kresk on top.
of course you would. Go for it.
But, like,
'Cause he was
You
on that
could you
video.
can just hack the head off. You don't even need to roll to hack the head off. You could, in fact, roll an attack, and I'll tell you how long it'll take you to hack the head off this statue.
Do I add anything to it?
No, just an unarmed attack. So whatever your unarmed attack would be.
I've never once done that. Okay. 15.
With a 15, it takes you about 10 minutes to gently hack through the head of this statue, which eventually just sort of rolls off.
Head of the Abbot of Crest, right on top.
No.
I want Strahd, if he's like, oh shit, I've got to retreat to my coffin room, to come and see a defaced thing of him stake through the heart.
With the Abbot of Crest's head.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Okay, excellent.
Ties up the loose ends of my heads as well.
You're going to carry around Strahd's head now?
Yeah.
We're just we're decanting all our body parts back into...
Yeah. In the crypt where it belongs.
Excellent.
It would be quite amusing if you like animated the Strahd.
Actually,
head
talking
statue.
about tying up stuff,
Yes.
I've got a bottle of poisoned wine that I've carried around
Oh,
since
yeah,
the first
Yes, you have.
Yesterhill.
Yes.
I'd like to rip off the poison label,
Yes.
set it gently down on a surface nearby, put a little glass next to it, maybe a little, some rations next to it.
A snack.
Just leave it there.
For anything that happens to come in.
Off chance that Strahd comes in, survives, re-emerges.
Emergency rations for healing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Nearly dead. Very, very important healthy elixir.
While Antoinette
for
is
healing
hacking off
purposes.
the head of the statue, I'll shut that.
You've made tea with wine. Okay,
Like, you
right.
can get like an empty healing potion bottle and lay it to the side and
No.
say there's a healing potion put in the wine.
Oh, this is very Romeo and Juliet. This is
Nothing could possibly go wrong here.
nothing at all. It sounds fabulous. Where are you going now? Happy
It's
people.
got to be the alcove, sure.
Yeah,
it's probably
anyone
like
could spare a healing spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much healing do you need?
Ooh, I can send my
Well, I
little
want half
mechanical
as well.
familiar down with the alcoves.
How's everyone else's health looking?
Cool.
Not great.
With 2 HP.
Cool, the three of us are going to get some healing. Alakazoo, zibbity zam.
Do we think that's going to take us out of these dungeons, though? Because we still need to find your gun.
That is true.
Gotta find it.
Antoinette's got a gun.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
Fuck them,
maybe
it's
take
weird.
it from
Gun.
Yeah.
for
Could I, that little wind-up bat familiar that I got from Blinsky,
Oh, yes.
can I send it down the alcoves to check it out? It says it acts as a familiar, so I
Yes,
assume I can use
you
it.
can do that. You send it into
Its name's Batsy, by the way.
Batsy.
Yes.
Okay. You send Batsy. Which alcove we did? There are three. Which alcove?
The closest?
So this one?
Yeah.
You send.
No, wait. If there's 3 doors, you always like close one and then pick between the other 2. You know? No.
You send
Go,
Batsy into the third alcove. Batsy disappears, and Batsy is now inside a sort of a tight, dark. Has Batsy got dark vision?
It's got bat stats.
It's got bat stats.
That's what you wrote on the description.
It has.
No. That's
It's got blind sight, yes.
Yes. In that case, in here there are 2 vampire spawn and what appears to be a crypt.
That's nice. I think we should close this door off somehow. Okay.
What if that's the real
Yep.
Strahd?
Yeah, what if they're not?
What if this is like an This is like a
What if-
distraction.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Is he? Is he?
I mean, yeah, that makes complete sense.
That's what I'd do. I'd have a fake one.
Antoinette's gonna make an intelligence check real quick.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Sounds absolutely legit.
What if that's the actual coffin? We have to go in there and destroy it.
Well, the vampire spawn are just running away from me at the moment, so I guess we
Am
can
I-
Alright,
let's destroy it.
Just to be safe.
Trust
Just to be
Antoinette.
safe.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
fitting to take
Through-
away the final place which your body
Through-
shall rest.
Through the bat's eyes, can I see any markings or plates or anything saying the...
You can see two alcoves on the back wall of this crypt, with some words engraved: "Ye foolish mortals, do not pass through these portals," and what appears to just be an unlabeled tomb. And in here, it's pretty small. So this is about 10 foot by 10 foot. There appears to be a door which is closed, and two vampire spawn.
Oh, it's probably their tombs. There's 3 of them. There's probably 3 coffins that belong to them.
That would make
So
sense.
I think so there's one. Oh no, yeah, okay.
There's a coffin, and in a 10 by 10 chamber, so similar to some of the ones that you've seen on the way down here,
Okay. That's probably enough.
with two vampire spawn in it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's not do that. There would probably be extra protection in there.
Yep, Batsy's just stuck there.
Oh, the door's
They
closed.
can't go back yet.
I-
So I
do
think
you-
it's a trap.
Batsy's now in there with the two vampire spawn.
Aww.
Oh,
Well, I
You-
said, yeah, you feel it more.
Batsy!
There's two alcoves in here.
Batsy!
There's two alcoves in here.
Yeah. It's going to fly into the left one.
Okay. You fly into the left alcove, and nothing happens.
It's just an alcove.
Yep, it's just an alcove.
Batsy flies into the right alcove.
Batsy reappears in the first alcove down here,
Yay.
the
Yeah,
opposite
Batsy's
one to the one that, and flies out of that first alcove near Quinny,
Alright. Can I go back into the first alcove?
into the one that Batsy's just come out of.
Well, it might lead out to a different place that leads
Okay.
into, you know?
All right. Okay.
I
So,
fear our
Batsy
vampiric
went-
foe may make short work of us
Batsy-
if we stand around.
Batsy went in here
Is it
and
big
vanished,
enough,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and has then reappeared through here.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to go in?
This one.
This one.
This one.
This one, where Batsy disappeared.
No, no.
No,
The one where Batsy reappears.
That's
The
this
leftmost
one?
Yeah.
The leftmost one. Yep.
Batsy flies in.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Okay, Batsy goes into the second one.
Nothing happens.
Okay,
Okay.
we're safe.
I think that's have like a lot of concussions.
Although, if there's only one tomb, it may still be Strahd. It may
It's
still
two
be
vampire
Strahd.
spawn. Let's just go
Yeah,
and
I
take
think-
them out. It'll take 10
We can
minutes.
take them.
Yeah, we might get
Good
trapped
job,
in there.
Batsy.
The bat just came out.
Yeah, we know the way to get out now. I think we should all go in here.
Okay.
Only one of us will fit. If there's a tomb and two vampire spawn in the 10th area, am I
It should be
correct?
Zephyr then.
Two of
Probably
you,
true.
two of you
You'll just
could
fit.
fit, and there'd be like 4 of you in a very small.
I think we just
Okay,
leave
let
them
me-
and go.
We should destroy the tomb. It might be the real tomb.
Yeah, but
Quinny-
we'll have to probably come back down here and check if Strahd's dead anyway.
Quinny takes out a cast of holy water and pulls the top off like a grenade and throws it into the alcove. And then points the moonbeam there for good measure.
Okay.
Lovely.
Love it.
After he reaches into his potions and pulls out a bottle of Robitussin and throws it in.
So we're basically just
Crossbow.
throwing shit in there. Okay.
Disgusting.
So the holy water and what did you check, F3?
Terrible.
Robitussin because it stops coughing.
Uh-huh. Nice. So put some Robitussin and some holy water through they vanish as you throw them in there.
Wonderful. 2d8 radiant, if that's relevant.
Yep. Okay.
Right, let's bail.
Wonderful, that's that
Are
sort.
we not destroying the coffin? Are we not destroying the coffin?
I don't care either way, but let's just do something.
Okay,
Yeah, let's go. What have we
go.
I
done?
think we should go.
We'll
this
come.
feels like a red herring. Shut up, Betsy.
I think Malachi wants to come and check this coffin after Strahd's dead anyway, so we can have a look at that
I'm
perhaps.
sure he's dead. No, I'm just mostly
I just want to see what
All
one
right.
would reveal. Because if there's like someone in that coffin.
dead. Welfare check us.
Welfare check. Okay, so you are now
He
Here.
is dead.
Give him a card.
So all of these sort of chambers, some of which you heard noises inside, some skittering, some scuttling, some clanking. You've heard lots of moaning, wailing, and all sorts down here. All of those chambers are locked, but all of those are graves of some description.
Was there
Wait,
any
yeah.
indication in the books that we as characters might remember of clues as to where this tomb of the gun might be?
Katsuki's tomb. King
Why do we
Katsuki.
need the tune of the gun?
Oh, just because it's fun.
We just want
It's a gun.
I
Are
think
we certain
think
that
that's
was
literally it. Pardon?
We're pretty certain that was Strahd's too.
I don't think so.
Let's. Why don't we go back and destroy the other two?
That would make me very happy.
Those guys were actually pretty hard beat.
No.
They were healing from radiant and fire damage.
I
And
am happy to
I think
go
we're just
sort
gonna
out
die
with
from a million
with
parts,
a wild
that's all
shape if we have a short rest afterwards.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm down for a short rest.
Awesome.
Cheers.
I will wild shape into a fire elemental and go into there. They'll be stuck in range. They'll just be taking fire damage constantly.
Oh, okay. And you get it back after a short rest.
I get back after a short rest.
That works for me.
So what are you doing? Sorry,
So
I missed that.
I will wild shape into a fire elemental and
Okay.
then go through the gap, go through the portal into there.
Okay, we're back to the portal.
Yeah.
Anything within 5 feet. of
Sorry,
me-
I'd lost that for a minute. Obviously, we're back to the
And
portal.
while you do
This
that,
feels too much like it.
Okay.
we'll barricade the door.
So they
Okay,
can't leave.
so
Right,
Quinny,
more so nothing can
fire
come out,
elemental.
because this is where we'll do a short rest.
Fire elemental is large,
Wild
so-
shape. Yeah. It should just do it for you.
Will you fit through the portal?
I can run through and then wild shape.
Yeah, that's what
There you go. There you go.
Awesome.
Just-
Alright, so make it 6.
Just run in wild shape. Be like,
you're just a giant. Just
Okay, there you go. You're up here.
Incredible.
this is
like,
That's
but-
burning.
So, Chris, make it still make it 6.
So you are in there with two vampire spawn,
Excellent.
which are largely underneath you at the moment.
That's perfect. I want to keep them underneath me at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So once I enter, they immediately take a D10 fire damage, no save.
Okay.
Excellent. So that is 9 fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will go to attack them. Crit fail on the first one. 17 on the second one.
Hits. Sorry.
That's alright.
Sorry, I'm just going to move you out so I can see them.
14 more fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then on each of their turns they're going to take a D10 fire damage. Also, the one I hit will take a D10 fire damage.
Yep.
That's what I can do in one turn.
Okay, so they are both still up at the moment. Sorry, that's. I'm
Let
just
me know
gonna-
what type of damage they're doing as well, because
It's relevant to you, yeah.
it's very.
Can I ready a...
They do piercing and necrotic.
Beautiful and resistant to the piercing.
Okay. So 22
Hits.
and 16. That's the first one.
Hits as well. Oh, sorry, 16 damage.
16 to hit.
Hits as well. My AC is only 13.
Okay. That's fine. So that's 11 necrotic
11 necrotic,
and 3 piercing. But
3 piercing. Have you halved that for me, or?
no,
Cool.
sorry. And then the other one is 4 necrotic,
Wonderful.
and that would be halved 2 piercing.
Wonderful.
And then the other one, 17 to hit,
Hits. It
and
takes 3 fire damage.
yep. And the other one, 15 to hit.
15
He
hits.
hits. Yep. Sorry. Yes. So used to having lots of.
Mm.
So that's 2 necrotic,
Wonderful.
and 3 piercing. That's been halved. And your other one is 4 necrotic and 3 piercing.
Oh,
Okay,
it's crushing on me.
you'll go.
Awesome. That is another crit fail and a 10 to hit, so that'll both miss.
Yep.
But since they're in my space, they take one of them takes 10 fire damage, the other takes 8.
Mm-hmm.
And they miss with my 2 attacks.
Okay. They're going to just keep on biting. So that's a hit with a 23. Then the second attack misses. So that would be with an 8. That's terrible. It's like, how can it miss you? You're huge. So 8 necrotic and 4 piercing. That's already halved.
Lovely.
From the one. That's a hit. And that's a crit. So that's 6 necrotic and 3 piercing off the first one.
6 and then 3.
Yeah. And then the crit is 10 necrotic and 5 piercing. Your turn.
Wonderful. Alright. One of them takes 10 fire damage, the
Yep.
other one takes 7.
So one's out.
Wonderful. The one that's remaining is a 20 something to hit.
Hits.
Awesome for 4, 5, 6, 7, 16 fire damage.
That one's gone.
Wonderful.
There you go.
And then I'll just hang on the coffin until it burns into ash.
Okay. You hang on the coffin. The coffin burns to ash, and then you, I assume, hop back through. Are you going out of there, or are you hopping back through the portal to where they
I'll
are?
hop back through the portal, chewing a piece of the coffin like one would a toothpick.
Okay. The fire elemental wanders back. There you go. You're still a fire elemental. There you go. Having successfully... I'll turn you around. There you go.
I can speak in
Oh,
Fel.
ignorant.
Oh no, I can't speak that. Even. Is that like the fire
It's the
language?
fire. It's the elemental. It's the fire dialect of the elemental language. Like 4 creatures have it in the whole world. It's so silly.
There you go. Where would you like to go?
I think we're going to take a short rest in here, aren't we?
That'd be lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you going to stay on the fire army so we get a nice fire?
I assume I can't. Like my wild shapes last for like 7 hours at this point. But I assume I can't.
You can't
rest
short rest in a
wild.
wild shape.
Yeah, cool.
How much did you have, by the way?
Nothing for you. Would you like some? I was getting there, but then I kept rolling 1s for both me and Emily, so I've only got 5 chances.
Oh, that's
left in
okay.
my-
I can do some. Just
That's alright. If we're doing a short rest, I'll expend some hit dice.
I'll use some.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Can short rest.
Can we short rest?
Yes.
Why not?
We're not sleeping.
I will decide not to short rest, and I will keep watch.
Okay.
I'll give you Batsy to keep you company.
Because at least one of us has to wait to make sure we're not going to die.
Nah.
Nothing dangerous in here.
Roll perception check. You got dark vision?
That does.
It wasn't that one.
You are with an
Do I
one.
nod off like I'm a tired old man?
You're looking at the mechanism for this portcullis, and go, oh yeah.
You probably could just shut the gate. Yeah, that's not
You could just shut the gate, yeah, but you don't.
Oh,
You
that
stand.
one.
You stand underneath the
This
portcullis.
thing is so pretty.
You stand.
God. Oh, God.
You stand underneath the portcullis, watching intently. You are pretty sure that you hear some more of that sort of awful wailing. It's very echoey.
No, you guys gonna get bansheed one.
You can get bansheed while you're on what? Bansheed.
Turn around and you're all dead.
But yeah, that's it. Nothing else seems to be happening.
Okay.
With your one.
Oh, that was
I'm-
a lovely 1 hour.
I am very good at my short rests. You know?
Shall we continue on?
Just 1 second. I'm going to do a prayer. Prayer book. Or we can just continue on. I'll just figure it out. I'll set it up.
Okay, which way would you like to go? You can have short rested.
Left.
So you left.
Yeah, that was. Sorry.
Okay, what do I want? Righteous gives me advantage.
We're not looking for the
That's
gun.
usually fair.
No, we are looking for the gun.
We're looking for the gun, but we're looking for the heart. Sorry.
Blessed
And if we
weapon.
happen to come across the gun,
Plus 2 damage to a single.
I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for King Katsuki's too.
Okay.
With,
That's
with my
fine.
blessed weapon, that's 1 a day. If I put that on the sun sword, that apply to both its sets of damage. It does a plus 2 to the damage.
Sorry, say that again.
So the sun sword does
Yep.
D8 plus 4 plus a D8 plus 10 if it's undead.
Yep.
This blessed weapons
Yep.
prayer gives plus 2 damage to a single weapon. Would that just be for the first attack or
Yep.
for both?
For the first
Just for
attack.
the first. Okay. I'm sure that's worth it.
Let's head off to the left looking for a staircase. Up,
Yeah.
I think is what we're up for now.
For the heart, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the crit. Sweet. Now I've got a crit up my sleeve when I hit.
Okay. So
So now I've got to do a shit ton of damage for that.
Very fun.
so you head back out into this corridor. So you're heading to the right this time.
Yeah.
You came from the left.
Alright, cool. Let's head to the right.
Well, sorry. So you came down this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
And then this was the teleport trap, which you've disabled for. It makes it way easier than every time you go near it, I have to keep moving
Whoops.
your places.
And horse comes back.
So you're going. So you're carrying on along this way, or are you going back the way you came, or are you going straight ahead? Any of those options. You're a tip
Let's go to the left.
to the left.
I'm not
Okay.
going to run forward this time.
That's
You
a
guys can do
good
that.
idea.
Fair enough.
If anyone can sense traps, that would be appreciated.
Should be able to. Would that be an investigation or detecting traps as we go?
If you are detecting for traps as you go, yeah, you can do an investigation.
Can I do the same for Katsuki's?
Yeah, I'll be looking for cash. No, well,
I'll give a help action to someone looking for something.
I'll need a help action.
Have a help action. Have guidance too if you like.
22 for Katsuki.
Okay.
17 for investigation.
Chris, you can only do 4 so as well.
You can't see any immediate traps along here. You
What do you roll for looking for Betsy?
22.
Oh, so far.
okay? So this crypt here is Wizard Growlmore Nimblenobs. And the one to the other side is this is Nimblenobs, and this is Falcon von Habsburg. Habsburg the Merciful.
Hell of a chin.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh, 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 ooh!
Hang on. I've been carrying around the Habsburg ring all this time.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Is there like,
From the wife.
yeah, is there like a seal to it that I could open with the ring?
You can roll investigation.
Could I use that 22?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely see the Habsburg crest on the sort of the stone on the side of this this
Knew
crypt.
This ring would come in
Do
handy.
it, do it, do it.
I'm gonna slot the ring in.
Delay last 5.
The stone slides to the side, so that's that's this one here that you're in. And you see sort of this tomb's really well decorated. There's sort of frescoes of epic battles adorning the walls in this crypt, and a knight in shining plate armor riding triumphantly with his sword in a beam of sunlight. There's a marble slab in the center with a dusty skeleton wearing the same sort of almost radiant armor as the knight in the painting.
That looks like nice armor. You were saying?
Yep. With a great sword, clasped by its sort of gauntleted skeletal hands. That's what you see.
I'm going to take the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk in. And I'm going to put it where his heart would have been, because it was his wife's.
As you do that, this this skeleton within this sort of suit of armor comes to life and grabs your wrist and sort of begins speaking. He goes, "I will not ask where you came by that, but I will thank you for returning it."
You're welcome. I'm Antoinette.
How can I assist you, Antoinette? One good turn always deserves another.
We're trying to kill Strahd. Wanna come?
Oh my god!
That's worth a shot.
It's valid. It has been a long time since I have been in a state to fight, but if any can make use of my armor or my sword, you may take it.
Okay.
What does the armor do?
I don't think he can.
Oh, we're what?
You can, I
He
can.
knows where Strahd is.
I mean, we know
I can-
Strahd's going to be at the top
I
of
don't
that.
think sorcerers
Oh,
can.
we could ask him about the heart, though.
Can I do an Arcana check on this armor?
Yes.
Could I ask him, you were friends of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where Strahd's taking their heart of sorrow?
The heart is in the tall tower. It's suspended in the stairwell. That's where it has always been.
We did notice.
16.
This is legendary armor. This is plate, armor of peace,
Ooh.
and it allows you, you may want to take notes if you wear this thing. This allows you to enter a state of tranquility and serenity by activating it as an action. During this time, which lasts for up to 1 minute, you gain the benefits of calm emotions, but while in this state, you are completely cut off from the mortal plane and cannot be attacked.
Oh.
So it's kind of like being self-etherealed
It's like
for
Blink,
a
but
minute.
for a
It's
minute.
like Blink, but for a minute.
That's very
Yes.
After you attack.
No one in the mortal world can perceive your presence or determine your location. You are completely unaware of what is going on in the mortal world while you are away. You are detached in a state of Zen tranquility somewhere other. Once that minute ends, you return at the exact location where you went into your peaceful trance.
No one in our party can wear heavy armor. unless you've got.
No,
something left.
Twilight.
Oh, you were Twilight.
It would-
As Twilight occurs,
I would be comfortable. It would give proficiency. This armor's pretty pokey,
Cool.
so I would be happy that it wouldn't be detrimental.
Well, I can't cast in armor anyway, so.
What would you do? I don't quite understand.
So if you're in a fight and you're about to go down, you can pop out.
Effectively, blink out for a minute.
Guys,
Heal yourself up, cast some buff spells.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
correct in my understanding of it? You could still cast stuff.
Yeah, so all your stuff goes with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can spend a minute drinking all your healing potions and spamming all your healing spells, and then you come in, but you have no idea what's happened, where everybody is, any tactical stuff that might be going on you're oblivious to, and you come back in at the same place that you left. So very much like
is
similar
that-
to Blink.
Is that
You can't
1 minute
move.
or up to 1 minute?
Up to 1 minute can be ended.
So you
Can
duck in there,
choose to
have
end.
3 rounds of healing yourself, healing yourself, blah, blah, blah.
Do you like the
Yeah,
last?
okay.
Could be really cool.
So you're eyeing it?
Probably best on you. I
Yeah,
have some buff
because
stuff,
I've
but
got
not
the
tons.
Sun Sword. I could spend, I could spend a couple if I'm nearly down.
Yeah, if you spend
Spend a couple
2,
turns.
3.
You can basically just you can go chill.
And I can
It's
heal
like a mobile spa of banishment,
I like it.
of self banishment.
I've also
I go
got
to a
some
Zen
rest,
place.
so
I just
Yeah.
chill. I don't want to get hit for a while. I just want to hang out there,
And I've got some.
drink my healing balms, tend my wounds.
So,
Does the sword
So
seem
you
like
just
it
change
does
that.
anything? Can I Arcana check that?
You can
This is not a standard item, is it, Emma?
no.
Cool.
It's von Habsburg's plate mail of peace. So it effectively will blink you out for up to a minute as an action.
yeah.
You are totally chill. You are unaware of anything going on the material plane. You cannot be detected. You cannot be attacked. So anything that's wandering through the ethereal plane can't get you either. You can stay there for up to a minute. You have no idea what's going on where you left, but you come in exactly where you left from. So
So what should I put in?
plate mail of peace, and it would give you a base AC of 18.
That's 17 on the sword.
So it's straight plate.
So
You
that's much
think
better than the armor I already had. So that's good.
so? You think that this is a magical greatsword, but it's a straight +1 greatsword. It has no other particular magical powers.
It just does. It counts as magical.
And Antoinette
Yes.
will say, "We'll take your armor to protect ourselves, but we'll leave you with your sword in case you need to protect yourself."
You're very thoughtful, Antoinette. It has been a long time since anyone came visiting. Certainly not bearing gifts.
Well, always remember you can visit us in Barovia. Is no fun, is no Blonsky. And then I'll leave.
That's probably wise. That's probably wise. Okay.
Weapon? No, it's not. Cool.
Oh, I feel like we should loot all of the tombs.
It'll
But
take
that would take
so
forever. Yeah.
So you're still looking for
I'm still looking for Katsuki.
Katsuki.
But at least that's another thing I can remove that from my
Okay.
resolving loose ends.
And then the only other one you was on this one was Nimble Knob. Wizard Ordinaire.
No.
That's fine. Right, which way are you going then?
Continue the same way?
Yeah.
So you are at a junction, so you can either go up here or along to the end and round.
I think we should go up.
Sure.
Any objections?
Nope.
Okay. Would be helpful if I did that. There we go. So you're going up this way. It seems remarkably quiet. You look at the tombs along here as you go along. There's Prefect Cyril Romelich. Going from right the way left to right. There's a wealthy gentleman with a subscript of "We knew him only by his wealth."
Everybody starts to get itchy fingers.
Okay.
He's focused.
Okay. There's the one that looks quite charred, even from the outside, which you think is where your fire elemental, and these two you checked on the way down on this side over here.
Yeah.
That was Cyclops. So you carrying on up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go this way.
We can hear like hissing and clicking and clacking from these turns, right?
You can.
No, cool. Yeah, continue.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. That was yeah. No, that was me. I activated I clicked on something. You didn't click on it. Okay, so you're working your way
We
up
don't
here.
have to get the guns, but it will be a nice bonus.
We need the gun.
Okay, is that what we need?
Anyone know how to use it?
We're killing Shark with the gun. Just
Ultimate is
As you start to make up here, you can hear lots of skittering and chittering and scuttling, both along the walls and the ceilings up here.
Do we see anything above us on the roof above?
Roll perception.
Guidance.
That'll be a 24 plus 3, 27.
Every now and again, you think you see those blue spiders phasing in and out, and then high, particularly on this end, there's thick webs, and so you think that there's a lot of
Nest.
spiders in here.
If we could take apart the weeds, the big web section, that'd be nice.
That sounds sensible.
You can't see anybody on this level that immediately sparks interest.
So no Katsuki.
Not in Katsuki.
All right, shall we go up?
That's the guy's name.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
Katsuki.
Got a gun.
You sort of reach this central
Just
section.
level up.
Yep, it's all on the same level. But this appears to be much better lit. You can see a set of stairs going down. Let me pull that over here. You can see a set of stairs going down to what appears to be a force field of some description off to your right, and then catacombs carrying on with more, very much the same, looks like the mirror image, and a staircase over here.
We're going up or down to the staircase.
It is going up.
Can I force you? Yeah, I want to check that out.
We'll all spread out and just do a quick search for Katsuki then.
Yeah.
In the northern chamber.
Yeah. Someone goes here, someone goes here, someone goes here, someone goes here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, if you're going to spread out along here, and so this has the same number, just so you've got an idea of the scale. This has the same number
Oh my god.
of space as the one that you've just done. So if you want to scoot up there one row each and see whether or not you can identify Katskis, you are welcome to do that.
Oh god.
Let's do it quickly and we'll have like a code word or something.
The code word is, "Oh God, help, please!"
If is a bad idea.
I'm just interested in
We should leave.
saving time so we get up to stride.
Yeah.
So on the first row of the ones that are right there, there's nothing that you can there's nothing that you can see that would make you particularly interested. So you're going up to the next row.
Yep.
King Katsky is in this one here.
Oh God!
Report is not actually examined
That's
yet.
right. I thought you were going to say code.
Yeah, it's just like a,
So Zephyr has found Katsky's tomb.
You're not getting the gun.
It's my gun now.
This tomb is locked.
It's locked.
Yes.
I'm going to knock on the door.
I'm going to examine the lock.
Oh, have you gone up there? Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're over here.
Well, I'm going to gather around the tomb, I'm guessing.
You're
Yeah.
all going to gather around the tomb.
I will
We'll
go.
set
I'm going to 22 on investigating the lock.
Okay, okay. Let me just move Antoinette up here and Malachi up here.
it's not horrible.
What could go wrong?
Oh, someone found it.
Someone fell into the
Why did I fall into the pit?
Bad luck.
Because you tried to steal a gun.
I did nothing of the sort.
You broke the genre, so the genre broke you.
Fell into pit the younger.
There you go.
Hits the dude in the milkmaid's arm.
It's called the pit of despair.
Ah, yes.
Okay. So, what was that on? Sorry, Etherdway.
Yeah, that was 22 on the investigation. The lock.
You don't think this is a magical lock. You think this is a well-made, sort of normal, pickable lock.
In which case, I shall roll my dice for a 28 on sleight of hand.
Okay. You
That's way too off for you,
you make it just look it's super easy. It would have been less easy to have the key. This clicks open, and as the door opens, in the center of the crypt, there's a skeleton, sort of shrouded in rags on the marble slab in the center of this crypt, and amidst the bones is a stoppered drinking horn, a pouch. A strange looking sort of scepter crafted from metal and wood, suspended above the bones, hanging from the ceiling, okay, is this wooden flying device.
Oh, I read about that. That was the Portly Prince. He was reading the Portly Prince's notes and like.
It looks like a pair of dragon wings.
Da Vinci glider.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a Da Vinci glider.
Yeah.
And it can be folded, and there's leather straps and buckles, and
He built the glider, but he found it too small to carry a pilot. But what if your pilot was really small?
like an Antoinette, like a doll.
And weighed nothing.
okay.
Someone else can have the gun. I'm taking the Da Vinci wing.
No, I want you with the gun.
Do you want to have a look at the rest of this stuff then? Do you want to have a look at the rest of this stuff then?
It's just characters.
Okay. So this.
It's
So the weird stoppered flask that looks like a kind of looks like a wine flask or a horn of plenty kind of thing is full of powder.
We say when he picks that up and uncorks it and goes to take a swig.
Yep, it's full of powder.
Does it have like
Is there any
a?
instructions?
I think it's corked.
There's no instructions.
Would we be
A
familiar
black
with
powder. Roll history.
Blinsky might have used some little,
Why would Blinsky have had gunpowder?
powder.
He worked in wood.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would we have possibly used something like that to like create theatrics in church? The power of the Lord.
Is that not what your?
exactly what the morning
Is
Lord
that
would
not
have
what
done.
your sacred flame? Is that not what your sacred flame and like burning
I
hands
can
just?
literally do it with magic. I don't need to.
Yeah,
to
like-
stupid shit like that.
Can't smell the
No.
salt, Peter.
So this appears to be like it looks like a water, but it's a horn, but it is full of black powder.
Interesting.
Can I please wear that? And then
Yep.
next time I turn into a fire elemental.
Yes, you can.
Oh, God.
Okay. Do you want to?
Wine for later.
Do you want me to tell you mechanically just what it does, so you know what
I-
kind of explosion
I
would you
do
like that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if you set fire to a powder horn, that would be 3d6 to anything within 10 feet, because it explodes, and a DC 15 dex saved for half damage.
Yeah, it's a third of the damage of fire, but only 3d6.
Yeah, it's little.
Very mild.
It is, because that's not really what they're for. There's this odd-looking scepter.
That's the gun.
That's what you.
Antoinette grasps the spectre with
Okay.
Wait, does it look like a walking cane? Or...
No, it looks like a musket. It looks like a musket. It's odd. It's got a hole in it.
if someone else desperately wants it, they can
Just
have
start
it.
looking down the barrel. What is this?
Is this the Looney Tunes characters? It's Looney Tunes.
The invention of King Kasky, said to be able to make people explode!
Is there anything in the room, like writing about it or anything like that?
I already asked that.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
So all you've got is what you've already got. So there's no instruction manual. There's the fat pouch has got 20 silver musket bullets in it. You've got.
You waste silver on a musket bullet?
So you've got.
Oh, yeah,
You've got 20
Always thinking of
bullets.
the financial-
You've got a gunpowder horn, which is full of gunpowder, and you've got a musket.
Can I see if there's any, like, part of it where the gunpowder would be put, like, into the gun? So I can try and piece together how this mechanically works?
Yeah, roll. Ooh.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it is a kind of crafting
It's
thing.
not what
It
I'm
would probably
going to
be
get,
straight
with,
intelligence.
Not my strong suit.
So no tinkering or crafting skill.
7.
The main thing.
You're pretty sure that those silver things go in. You can probably fit about 8 of them before they start falling out of the top, kind of like a Pez dispenser. You're not sure that would work. It's definitely got like a trigger mechanism, but you fill it with the silver things and you pull the trigger and nothing happens.
It's broken! And then I pass it to... Zephyr.
Okay.
I kept going Etherdweek. No, not Etherdweek.
Okay.
The-
Can I do like? Actually, I have good crafting. I just,
You would.
You don't have
You are probably the most. Zephyr's probably the most likely to actually know
the
something
wife.
about it. No, just because you had a giant library with all
Yeah.
of knowledge. That's why the monks were headed into Barovia to try and get the rest of the knowledge from the Amber Temple. So, if the most likely person to have found something out about firearms would be Zephyr. Even if you've never used one.
Yeah. Well, let me roll something to see if I know what a firearm is.
Probably, history or some... That's a no then, isn't it?
No, it's with guidance. It's a 7. And there was a 3 on the guidance stats.
You think that it's not just a matter of putting all the silver things in the hole. So you try with less silver things, but that doesn't really work either.
Is it very uncommon? Like, is it completely unheard of gunpowder in Barovia?
I passed it to the little
No,
boy.
it's not. You wouldn't have come across any in Barovia. You might have come. You can roll either history or it would probably be history or
None of us are gonna know what to
investigation
do with this
in
thing.
terms of whether or not you've ever come across somebody in the faded cherry with a
I'm
gun.
gonna go investigation on whether I've maybe when I was at the temple that was near the ocean.
Yeah.
See some ships.
Do you want to roll it for
maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Moral history.
That's an 18 on history.
All right. You've seen one of these.
Oh, of course. They just brought one into the brothel.
You've seen. Well,
The brothel got held up by one.
it wasn't anybody holding up the brothel. Oh, what was her name? Can't remember off the top of my head. Used to keep it under the counter, behind the bar.
Get out of my bar.
Get out of my bar! Don't you treat my ladies like that. She used to have one, and you think that you need to put some of the black powder in,
Yep.
and then you put the silver thing in, but you only need one of those.
Yeah,
And
but is the trigger use a flintlock type
Yeah.
mechanism? Or,
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
yeah, this is this is a musket. Yeah.
Alright, so the Caribbean style. But
Yes.
longer.
So between
I
you,
got a nat 22.
oh, you've seen one. This is a smaller version of what used to be on the ships, the pirate ships that you sometimes used to see. But you've never been on a pirate ship. Okay, mechanically, it's a musket.
It's a musket.
It's a musket. You have 20 bullets. It's got normal range of 40, long range of 120 feet. Ranged attack, 1d12.
Yeah.
Bonus action to.
Alright, who do you think is the best place to use
It's you can have it as a bonus action to load, an action to fire. There you go.
Who's the best place to be the keeper of the musket? And fire
It's
up.
probably Antoinette.
Theoretically,
Do you want the glider?
Well, also with the glider and also with.
Oh, but
Oh, a flying Antoinette
it
with a
won't trigger
gun.
any of that for these sneak attack stuff
oh
No.
yeah,
because it's not a finesse weapon.
Yep.
I'm no good with weapons. You've got the sun sword. It's not a monk weapon.
Yep.
Yes, but you couldn't use it while flying with the glider because the backfire mechanism would shoot you back.
Now that's how you get your lift.
Okay. The glider can be used by any small or medium creature so long as it weighs less than 80 pounds,
oh,
which
that's me.
that will be you. It takes a minute to get it on or off.
I'm
Okay.
moving it on constantly.
Okay. If you
You're like walking, just like.
So if you're light enough, the apparatus can be used to glide only in a wide open space where there is room to manoeuvre. So it doesn't allow you to fly. It allows you to jump off the roof and probably not die.
Hypothetically,
Yes.
Voice is going.
could I Eldritch Blast below me and use it to kind of go poo, 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 poo and get up into the sky and then glide down?
Any sort of like.
No.
sneaky
Or you can maybe try. You can maybe try, but essentially you need to jump off something.
Gothic horror campaign. Sorry.
It's all good. You need to basically jump off something high.
I've got wind wall.
Ooh. Yep.
Got one use per long rest, but you know.
This must be our escape mechanism.
I
So-
can just throw you.
You can't use it unless you use something like Wimble. You can't use it to gain height.
Mhm.
So you would glide, and it would descend 1 foot down for every 10 foot forward.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so it's a really slow descent. If you can come up with some way of getting an updraft underneath it, you can go back up again.
I like that. What if I used Big B's hand, lifted myself up into the air, then flew off it?
Oh, could you put Big B's hand up high in the sky and then jump off Big B's hand? Oh, yeah.
Nice. New plan for killing this child.
Certainly the best use of a fifth level spell slot.
I mean, yeah.
So I love it.
Okay.
That's going to start a flying school after the campaign ends.
So you've found
Linsky will want to see this.
the two, and you have a glider and a musket
Okay,
and
does
20
anyone else want
bullets
those items?
and some
No.
gunpowder.
Oh, yes.
Incredible.
So
I'd
if
like
things
to have a
go
look at
bad,
that
you just
force
bail and jump off the castle.
What did you say?
Oh, I said I'd love to have a look at that. force.
You can roll perception.
19. Sorry, 16.
You think these this side, the stone on this half is very smooth compared to the stone passageways on the southern half of this of these catacombs. So you've just been all the way up from the southern side to this bit in the centre that's well lit. As you go further north, these are very smooth, these passageways.
Suspicious. I, Galen, have absolutely no idea what that means. Quinny will touch the wall, lick it, and go, this is smooth as stone. Would make a fine headstone. Perhaps we should chisel some out for us, given the upcoming.
A headstone, you say? More heads?
You know, I bet in my kit I have a crowbar. Because that's always like one of the starting items from level 1.
Can I make a wisdom check and try to pass that information?
Can I just carve our names on the side of the thing like a
Yeah, go for it.
Realize.
Stupidly tried to
Crit
take
fail.
it stride.
Yeah, you've got no idea. You think they've taken a lot more care building this half of the catacombs for some reason than the other half of the catacombs, because these are just like...
Nobody move.
This
the
is
other catacombs must be trapped to collapse with explosives.
because this is polished on this half.
Antoinette's
Maybe
making
that's the-
stupid faces in the reflections. It's so smooth.
I think
that's the entrance to the
Strahd's turn is going to be up the end of this one.
Oh, that's why
Because
this
it's the
is
richer
cool.
area.
Oh, okay.
So did we just destroy some poor buggers
Yes,
too?
Whoa.
Antoinette, can
Well, there's a
you
bunch
make
of
me a
careful.
dexterity save?
Ow.
Probably wasn't a good person.
That was a good save.
No.
I don't know if I can, to be honest.
Okay.
10?
Oh dear.
Oh no! Antoinette, no!
Is this while I'm making stupid
Antoinette,
faces in the polished stone?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
it's-
Quinny, I'm just like...
and
No reflection.
and Malachi actually.
Oh.
Dexterity save.
What
the
is
devil
that?
is that?
If only one of us was really good at dex saves and could halve damage and do the
That's Antoinette. That's 21 acid damage.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's
Is this
a
a spell?
gelatinous cube.
It's-
Fantastic.
Oh,
You
very
can't
sad.
have
That is
a-
really good.
You
Very
cannot have a
really good.
dungeon without a gelatinous cube in it. It's like
It's smooth. That's really fun. I really like that. Smooth walls.
You licked it.
21 dex save.
so that would be 10 acid damage.
How do we reckon wood fares?
How badly it's organic.
Um, Antoinette, you are currently engulfed. So you are restrained. You cannot cast spells with a verbal component. And you take 3d6 acid damage at the start of the cube's turn, or when it moves. So you are currently in the cube.
Do I get an action?
You would need athletics to get out of the cube.
Or a misty step?
Is there a verbal component to Misty Step? That's a shame.
Ouch.
Sucks to be. So you could try, but unfortunately,
If I banish the cube, it would take her with it.
yes, it would.
Damn it.
That's what. Yes, it would.
Damn, that also answers my
Roll for
question.
initiative.
Oh, I love gelatinous.
You know,
I like
in all of my
gelatinous cubes.
years of playing D&D, I've never fought one.
God,
You would never bring one. Definitely.
Etherdwe. Oh no,
No?
Zephyr.
22.
26.
We fought one in one of those
Well, that was
Christmas
a 1
sessions.
on the die. For a,
Oh no, I was going to. I changed them too many times.
I think we fought one.
Okay.
in one of those
Malachi.
Yeah, they were in there, but you didn't really fight them. You just kind of dodged them.
Christmas sessions.
They were in the Christmas special.
Yes. But we didn't fight them, we kind of just ran past them.
I liked that room.
That was very fun. Combat music.
Oh, you're gonna do the combat. Sorry.
Really?
Queenie.
8. You win some, you lose some.
Antoinette.
12! I'm gonna shoot gelatinous cube.
Malachi.
What are we doing? Oh,
Initiative.
13.
Etherdwe, you're up.
Okay, so anyone attack the cube yet?
No, the cube's eaten Antoinette.
So does that count as an attack from the cube?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, no.
Well, it's just kind of moving, and she got in its way.
I'll attack with the flame pump.
So you moving around there? Yeah.
Yes, I'll move adjacent to these two guys.
Okay.
Yeah, Three.
Nice.
Okay.
So max damage, bro.
So max damage. 11 normal damage, 12 fire damage,
Mhm.
and then do I max my
No, you roll.
my roll my
So whatever your max damage is,
Oh, so, yeah.
roll the sneak attack? Okay. So my max sneak attack is 36 plus 23.
yep.
So what did I say for my normal damage was
12
my
normal damage.
12 fire damage, 11 normal damage. So I then roll and then another 11 normal damage, and
Mhm.
another 3 fire damage.
So what's that in total?
Sorry, do you want it broken down by damage type?
No, unless it's acid damage.
Okay.
I think it was 95.
Double component.
I think it's 80.
God damn.
I just can't remember. I'm trying to add it all up.
It's 36 plus 23, which is 41.
No, that's 59. 23 plus 30.
Plus 11
Plus
plus 12.
12 plus your 11
Is
So that one. So I don't do mathematics.
Okay. So what's the damage?
95.
95. Okay, so that one is finished.
that
Ten.
one?
Yeah, that one is finished, and Antoinette is spat out of the gelatinous cube. So that one is down. Now you know what you're looking for. You can see several of them dotted around this side of this corridor.
Yeah.
So you go back down the way you came.
Should we go upstairs or should we try and.
There's got to be something behind that force field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where's the box?
It's downstairs.
That one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't force field an empty room.
It's probably Strahd's real too.
Strahd's other real
Also
too.
It also could be the Heart of Sorrow. We don't actually know if that's upstairs.
Oh, we're pretty much.
I thought we were told it's on the stairs.
No, it's
It's in the tall tower.
In the tower
Ah, okay. Alright.
is what you were told.
I'm happy to go
Although-
if you like,
general
but
law. But yeah, it
No,
could be
no,
lies.
force field.
Could be fake news.
It could be fake news. Who knows? Okay. So you're heading.
The force field.
Sorry, you're not there.
Oh, it's so cold.
Sorry. It is chilly.
Oh, it's not
It's
your
not
fault.
My house would be even
This is
colder.
lovely.
I need to mend the other one, and then we're going to have both of them. Do you want to do this now, or do you want to leave it there and come next week? It's 10:45.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've got much longer left, sorry.
Yeah. Well, should we leave it there then, and then you can do the force field at the beginning of next week?
Yeah, I think that sounds
I think that's a reasonable place to stop.
We got a gun!
Oh my god.